Classy is not bought. Classy is painted. It doesn't have to be expensive for it to be classy. Classy is more of the mind, not how much you spend. And in Stylox, we have this authority to be able to teach you one or two things on how to use paint to get secret hacks without spending so much money. A lot of people spend a lot of money thinking it's by how much you buy a can of paint, how much you buy a drum of paint. It's not by how much, but how well you use it. They say ignorance is not an excuse. So I'm going to give you more on the hacks on how to make things very classy, using paint products to create effects in your environment. You spend 80% of your time inside a room, inside an office, inside it must be an enclosed place, whether you're working or not. So most times you spend inside, you have to make it more livable. Now I'm going to be showing you one hack, just one hack of how to make the best using paint. It doesn't have to be expensive for it to be classy. This is an example of what I mean by it doesn't have to be expensive for it to be classy. Now I'm going to be explaining some things to you. Listen attentively. Most times, now this is a kitchen setting. And in this kitchen, this is what we call the kitchen backsplash. Most times people tile at the backsplash. People use very expensive marbles, expensive tiles. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can still create effects without necessarily spending so much and having the same effect that the same person that used marble or used more expensive materials used. This is the Stylox Sculpt 3D. We call this the Sculpt 3D. This is actually paint. This is paint. Everything you see here is paint. But funny enough, we have been able to use paint to be able to create the tile effect. Now let me tell you something about this. Somebody might say, paint, how can I use paint where there is fire? This is fire resistant, water resistant, is washable. You can actually feel it in the 3D form, but it comes in a paste. Now what are we trying to say? This can come in any color. It can come in bright red, it can come in green, it can come in mustard yellow, it can come in any color. So why this is very unique is you can be able to create an identity that no one else has. You've gone to so many places, you see the same type of tiles, same type of tile that you saw in Mr. A's house, the same type of tile you saw in Mr. B's tile. Now in this situation, with this, we've been able to create an effect. Now, this is a tile effect. We even have the wavy effect. We also have the rounding effect of this same material. Now, with this material, we can create anything here, depending on what the client wants. And you can still now achieve what no one else has been able to achieve just using paint. This is just one concept, using paint to achieve great effect with small pocket-friendly effect. You're not spending much. So if you need more consultancy on finishing with less cost, pocket-friendly cost, make sure you send us a DM. We'll be there to give you all the answers you need. And if you want to also understand more on some of this that I've explained in this particular session, still send us a DM. And don't forget, Stylox paints with the finished work.